Right, this is going out to you, Charlie Boggan and John Boggan, right? Charlie with the goofy mouth, right? With your big asses hanging lip in you. And the same thing for you, John Boggan, with your big jackass's mouth, right? I'm just telling you here, right? I was in Tullamore on Sunday, right, where my grandchild had to go to Dublin Hospital, right? She had surgery up there yesterday morning. And we had to mind our 2 grandchildren up there, right? We weren't at Ballinasloe. But he went around ringing up people to get my number or whatever you were doing, right? Now, I give you a date for the 13th of October for 5 fights. You pulled Tower 1, right? You, Charlie, you pulled Tower 1, right? It's played to see, and there was 4 of us to fight. He needs to fight you, Charlie. Me to fight John, and he was fighting the other fella, and you know who the other fight is, right? There's only 4 of us. I have 3 sons. One of them is a young lad, right? 13 years of age. Now I'm telling you here, Charlie. You went around Tuam, Charlie, and you tried to collect people around Tuam. You asked people to back you. To get a crowd, an army for 4 lads, right? I heard you had a crowd down there. You had over 20 fellas down there. You had 5 to 1. There's 4 of us, all right? Which takes out Knockram. I told you got your date and we were going to fight. And there's no more blackguard than anytime you see us out in front. Well, it seems to me that you're afraid of us and you're bet men when you need to go around gathering crowds, right? And I told you, Charlie Boggan, for to get up in YouTube and accept Dinny's challenge, you never done it, all right? Because you're a bet man, right? And I told John to get up and accept my challenge, right? And I told you what I do to you. Listen, I tell you. And another thing, you were around in Charlie Boggan, your nephew was around saying that my nephews in Tullamore said to him that they disown me. You're around what you got to say, right? My nephews are bold boys now too as well. They're not fools, right? But if they're brave enough and to follow me, they'll get up on YouTube and they'll make a liar of you. You hear me? Because I'll tell you why. You're good for nothing. And you're bet men. Right? And we weren't going to go to Auckland out there to get ourselves locked up with cars and that. Just 4 fights we wanted. 4 fair fights. Not to go to get us locked up with cars or whatever, right? It's as simple as that. But that's what you want. Because you're lawmen, you see. It's as simple as that. And Charlie, you were that good a man, Charlie. You were that dangerous a man. A man ran you one day into the barrack in Tuam. And what you do? You grabbed your child and lifted your child up and your child got hit with a knife. Right? That's how brave a man you are. Right? And you had another man there with you. I do call him Niece. Right? From Athenry. So I do. Right? Jerry, that's what I call him, Niece, right? I also call Dave a stuttery fella. His son, you had him with you as well. Right? A fella that I would call Christy Brown, my left foot. That's him. Right? The fella that has all the old hens blowing the shed raped to death. Alright? And Jerry, and Dave, I will tell you this, Dave. Before you start calling me names, Dave, or whatever, you were arguing with my son, you weren't arguing with me. Alright? Where you set my son up. Alright? And you told my son, listen, and I tell you, before you start calling me names, you check out your father's background. Alright? Go back in deities and check him out. And I don't know what Ballyboggan's fellas is going around with him. Right? Proud of him or treating him like a king or that. I wouldn't have him around me place. I never mix much, Dave, with you or your father, because I tell you the truth, I wouldn't trust you. And that's that. You get your father to tell you his background, and that's it. If you want to hear my background, anybody in the country will tell you, oh, we'll fight. I have a lot about trouble and this and that. We'll fight and this and that. We're not blackguards. Any fellas we ever had a row with was blackguards as well. Right? We never bothered with harmless people in our life.
You never did what he did.
Huh?
You never did what he did.
No, we didn't do what he did anyways. So we didn't. And that's our niece, as I call him. Right?
A kiddie fiddler.
Right? It's as simple as that. But don't worry. From here onwards now, as far as I'm concerned, you're bet men. Right? We're not going to touch you or go touching you in fairs or go bothering you in fairs, because I don't get locked up or I don't want my sons locked up. All we want is fair fight, but you're a bit men. Right? You'd like to roar and shout inside the town where there be guards to get us locked up. We don't want that. There's fairs coming up. Let the fairs go ahead. We wanted to go to row with you. I go out first with John Boggan, right, and fight him. And bait him. That was my plans. I would bait him too as well. Then he was going out to bait Charlie Boggan. David was going out to bait Wayne. Wayne, you were a bet man already, right? You're going out of your mind because David fought you for 22 minutes. He was baiting the shit of you. Alright? It's as simple as that, right? And I'm going to tell you here. When you meet us, We'll see what will happen. We're not going to look for trouble around towns. We don't do them things. Right? We're not fellows that goes into towns and go fight. And we don't want to get locked up. Simple as that. It's this we want. Right? And we want to go out the road and have fair fights with you. You wouldn't wait. I'd give you a warning. I told you, I said, if you do any blackguard between now and the fights, there'll be no fair fights. For I said for the whole world to see. Now I said, you done it. Alright? And that's it. As I said to you, I was in Tullamore. Me and my wife, mine and my grandchildren, where my grandchild went to Dublin for surgery. Alright? Thanks be to God, things are looking good for us. Right? That was good news. My father, 82 years of age, went for an operation this morning. Good news, he's getting on the finest. John Boggan, I'll tell you straight, I'd be at you any day of the week. Alright? You're afraid to get up on Facebook and say anything. Right? You're not in any dirt. Simple as that. Women, that's all you're good for is baiting.
They're the family in Chums and blackguard.
Like you blackguard everybody in Chum. You're old fellas that goes into pubs as well, subbing old fellas for money. Begging people for money inside the pubs and taking money off them and taking old value off them. Right? Trying to force them, buy old yokes and pay them so much and then give them nothing. Remember one thing, you won't do it to Jim Murder or any of his family. There's only 4 of us in it. You need an army for us. You're afraid of us. You're bit men. You get no fair play now. And there'll be no fair fights. And that's that. And the next men, I'll tell you this, the fellas that you got ringers as good old mates of us, we won't bother with them. But from here onwards, I'm sending out this message. The next man that comes to my door, right, with a message of what ye cowardly bastards, right, or the next man that rings us, we're going to give him a bad beating. I won't take 2 or 3 of us to do it. I'll do it if he comes to me. I meet him, or my son-in-law. We'll do it. That's it now. But no more talk from ye. You hanging lip, dirty, scummy bastards. Alright? That's all you are, hanging lip bastards. Alright? As I told you, John Boggan, I drive them hands in and out through your face. Do you hear me?
Tell them we attack them, we meet him, we attack them, they can attack us.
You can try your case when you meet us. And remember one thing. Anybody that stands in with you, we know it. So I'm just saying to you, one thing about us, we don't forget things. And anybody that ever had an argument with us will tell you, if it goes on, if it went on for 3 year, 5 year, we'll always get them.
Okay, I just want to say something. This is you, Charlie Boggan. The story is, you got 3 months to train for us. Can you explain why you went to a fair in Knockroom with sticks? They're fair fights. We didn't go to no fairs looking for you. 20 years went to a fair with sticks. To do what? To try to beat the 4 of us? I guarantee you, if 20 years were there and we came ourselves, and we'd run the 20 years in front of us, because you're good for nothing. You're a pack of fools here. Going round a fair that farmers are selling cattle for. I said, nobody knows about this fair, Aughrim. I said, in the middle of nowhere, we're 10 minutes away from Aughrim, inside Bannister. Come to Bannister and we'll see how good you are. A pack of fools.
That's it.